AITA for tricking my GF into eating restaurant food, making her think it was my food? My GF is a chef in a restaurant. She's a wonderful chef but understandably doesn't really feel up to cooking, so usually she makes herself a dinner before leaving work since they get a free meal at work. When my GF comes over, I used to try to cook for her, but she always said I couldn't cook. She'd gag and say too much salt, too much pepper, not enough S&P, overcooked, undercooked. It was never good enough, which I thought was weird as I've been told I'm a pretty good cook. She said she is a chef so her palate is different. Jokingly, a friend suggested I order takeout and pass it as my own and see if she says the same thing. Well, I decided to follow through. I ordered 3 orders of a pasta dish from a good restaurant near us while she was at work. Plated 2 portions on my plates and put the third in a pot for the extra. She comes over after work and I serve her dinner. I'm expecting her to like it as this is really good restaurant food. But nope. Same reaction. Gagging. Criticizing all the seasoning. The cook of the meat. So I was eating and it was perfectly fine, so after letting her go off I was like, well, this is takeout from X restaurant, so maybe you should leave a review. She went ballistic. Long story short, she called me an for setting her up. But now I know it's not my cooking. It's personal, which TBH was a little hurtful. She's been giving me the silent treatment for a couple days now. AITA though? That's more than a little hurtful, emo. For some reason she is heavily invested in telling you your cooking is shish tea no matter what, and I'd be questioning why she is so keen to put you down. Forget about the trick takeout. Constantly criticizing all of your cooking. Dramatizing with the gagging, etc. That's just insulting. Like really mean. Even if she thought your food wasn't seasoned or cooked perfectly, you're clearly not serving her inedible slop. If she insists on giving feedback, she could give it kindly. Not this big performance she seems to make every time of how terrible it is. Basically, why is she so keen to shish tea on her partner's efforts? That's just bad. NTA. Personally, I find this hilarious. Don't cook or provide any kind of food for her any longer. Clearly you cannot please her. I dated a chef and he was always happy and grateful to have someone else cook for him. So, also gagging? Extreme asshole behavior right there. NTA, I'm married to a chef. That man has eaten my crunchy spaghetti and 100 other subpar meals. And the most he will say is, chicken is a little pink. Let's throw it back in the pan. He's just happy anyone else is cooking. NTA. Would have been better if you ordered takeout from her restaurant? NTA. Your GF is an partly because she is an elitist, but because she is persistently disrespectful of your efforts to feed her. Whether or not she actually likes it or not, gagging is childish and an move. I was expecting you to be the asshole when I read the title. But after reading about how your girlfriend treats you, I have to go with NTA. That said, now that you have executed your elaborate plan to prove that she is being unnecessarily critical and unkind to you, what's the move? I don't see how any self-respecting person can remain in a relationship with someone who treats them so poorly. NTA, you had a theory and tested said theory. But there's clearly some bigger issues here. Like, everyone I know who works in a kitchen is always grateful when someone else cooks for them. When you do a thing all day, you generally don't want to come home and do it some more. But she sounds, quite frankly, awful. Gagging and complaining? Info. Is your GF actually a toddler? Let me see if I understand. Your GF constantly insults you. Tells you that you can't cook. Your GF constantly complains when you do something nice for her. gags and criticizes the food you cook for her. Your GF goes ballistic over a relatively minor thing. Buying takeout food from a restaurant. Your GF gives you the silent treatment for days as a way to deal with conflict in your relationship. That's a lot of red flags. I'm not diagnosing anyone here, but if you read about narcissistic personality disorder, I highly suspect you'll recognize a lot of your GF's behavior. You're NTA, but she definitely is. NTA, walk away. I'm gonna say NTA. Yes, honesty is important, but there was clearly a point to be made here. The whole gagging thing is what puts her behavior over the top. If you're a chef, you've eaten great food, terrible food, and mediocre food. Yes, trained chefs can detect things that other can't. But so long as you weren't serving her something you found in the gutter. The gagging thing seems like pure drama. She's got some sort of need to put you down in the cooking department, which just reeks of insecurity. I wouldn't so much as make toast for someone like that. And if I were you, I'd give the long-term prospects of this relationship serious thought. NTA. You caught her being an awe though. As many other comments say, your girlfriend sucks. Maybe it's jealousy. Maybe she wants to diminish you to feel superior. In any case, NTA, and you should reconsider this relationship and think about similar behaviors. NTA, and the only reason she is giving you the silent treatment is because she is upset she got caught. NTA. Normally I'd very much disapprove of tricking someone like that about their food. But you just proved that no matter what you cooked, it would never be good enough for her. NTA. You went out of your way to provide and cook a home meal for her. Hope she likes cooking for herself, because she honestly sounds like a snob and I wouldn't stay with someone who goes out of their way to be a jerk about a home-cooked meal. Also, literally gagging at a meal made by another person? No chef I've ever known has done that. That's Gordon Ramsay drama levels of BS and assholery. I think she is always going to be critical of you. You may want to think whether you want to spend a life like that. NTA. Your GF sucks though. You aren't a professional chef. And it's unfair that she would be so critical and rude when you made food for her. Admittedly, I don't know how good your food may taste. But as long as you put effort into it and it was edible, nothing raw, nothing spoiled, not so over-seasoned that it can't be eaten, then there's no reason that she should be criticizing you like you're some contestant on a food contest for amateurs. If your food wasn't actually good, she could be kind enough to appreciate your efforts and provide constructive criticism. But the fact that she could complain non-stop about restaurant delivery shows that she isn't someone you can make happy. She prefers to complain. NTA. But IDK, I'd rethink the relationship. Wife of a chef here. Chefs love it and are grateful when people cook for them. She's weird. NTA. She's unreasonable. NTA. To me, it seems like she wants this profession, talent to be hers and hers alone. If she truly cared about your cooking skills, she could give constructive criticisms, or the two of you could cook meals together and you could learn techniques that way. She was putting you down for the sake of wanting to be the only good cook in the relationship.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.